My mentors have changed as my need for information has changed. So in the beginning, my mentors were people like Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, all the kind of classic motivational characters, because it was important that I built my mindset early in the early stages of my life, and they were really beneficial to helping me build an entrepreneurial, go-getter, strategic mindset. Then as I grew in my career and through my businesses, and I had to learn more skills as you kind of transition up from a technician to an owner, obviously you become more self-aware of different levels of skills that you need. So you need to learn management, and with that comes leadership and understanding human needs and psychology. And then you go into marketing because you learn how to market yourself, and you have to get yourself out there. So you kind of learn psychology and influence. And so as I've gone up, I've learned different things along the way. There are a few things though that I think is fundamental for everybody to learn, regardless of what level you are in business or in the world. I would read Power versus Force by David Hawkins. He's probably had the most impact on my life spiritually. In other words, I've carried that knowledge through with me from as soon as I learned it all the way till now. He talks very cleverly about human emotions and helping you understand why human emotions happen and things that you don't really get taught about them. For example, people understand the concept of pride cometh before a fall, but I didn't know that pride was actually quite a negative and damaging emotion to have, because it's dependent on external circumstances. And so therefore, if those external circumstances change or are likely to break, then you can slip into anger, which is why pride cometh before a fall. So there are a lot of things that it talks about emotions and understanding them from a kind of psychological perspective that help me understand how to look at the world and the perspectives on which I look at the world, and how I control the feelings that I get from the perspectives that I have. So whatever your belief systems are, determine what you think. Whatever you think determines what actions you take, and what actions you take determines your results. And your result reaffirm your beliefs. So there's like, if you believe with complete ignorance and naivety that like you are gonna succeed no matter what, then you have thoughts about how you're gonna do that and how it's gonna happen. And you say to yourself, how, as opposed to I can't do that. It's how can I do that? So you start having ideas, and then you take loads of action because you just believe it's gonna work. And then you get good results and things start happening for you, and it reaffirms the belief, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be able to do this. And then the other side of things is you have like, I can't do this. So your mind's just like, I can't afford it, I can't do this, whatever it is. So your mind just doesn't think like, how can I do it, whatever. So you take little or no action, you get no results. Of course, you reaffirm the belief, I can't do this. But then there's something called the maybe trap. This is from Tony Robbins. He basically says the worst thing is the maybe trap, because that's like, I might be able to do something, or I might be able to afford it, or I might be able to, whatever that might is. So you have some thoughts about things. So you try a few things, and then you get little or poor result. And so it reaffirms the belief, maybe it's not right for me. So I feel like there's a reason why most successful people are somewhat naive and have this like pig-headed level of determination, and they say like they're burning their bridges and there's no going back, no plan B kind of thing. I've got to succeed or die. This is my one shot, as Eminem would say. Because if you have that, the thoughts you have are going to empower you and inspire you, and the actions you take because of those are going to be large and grand, and you can fail over and over and over, but eventually you're going to succeed, because how many times do you have to try something before you finally figure out how to do it properly? Like, we just learn it, right? And then it reaffirms that belief. Hell yeah, I'm able to do this. I think for me, that was one of the most important pieces of information I learned. Understanding the emotional beliefs and emotional responses to perspectives from David Hawkins. If you can get past a lot of the kinesiology and just look at the psychology for what it is, depending on your religious beliefs too, then I think it's extremely valuable for every human being. And the other thing is Tony Robbins' maybe trap is probably also one of the things that helped shape my belief system to just go after things and make it happen.